Sense, connecting sight, sound and life. Wellbeing and Relaxation with Sense Arts by BitterSuite. To set up your session, you'll need a space to sit or lay down comfortably, or a large cushion, which is optional.
Hello everyone, I'm Alice and joining me on the screen is Linzy. As a company, we make multisensory performances that immerse the audience in different textures, sounds, smells, movement, touch and taste, all inspired by a topic or a piece of music to take your body and your imaginations on a journey.
Alice runs her fingers over a rough textured blue plant pot. Linzy holds up a bright yellow, medium-sized lemon.
Today's workshop, we will explore some of the themes of our new show, Held, that look at community and what it means to be held. I, Alice, am a musician and a composer, and I am sat with my harp. Linzy is a movement facilitator and a dancer. She is sat on a yoga mat. We are in two separate places, however, our images can be seen on the screen side by side. Throughout the workshop, you will hear the sound of my voice, guiding us through some activities. You will also hear Linzy, who will be auto-transcribing our movements. On screen, you will see Linzy, who is dressed in black, with a colourful scarf in her hair against a blank wall. Next to her is a medium-sized square mustard cushion. She will be offering movement throughout. Alice will be joining in with the movement. She has also created some music for you to enjoy. In today's session, we will start with exploring some breath exercises, then go into a warm-up, followed by a creative task around what it is to experience the sensation of feeling held, supported, and seen through our senses. To do this, all you will need is a medium-sized cushion of your choice and your imagination. We invite you to close your eyes.
Linzy and Alice close their eyes.
We are now going to focus on being present in ourselves with our breath. Can you take a gentle breath in through your nose? Now slowly release this.
Linzy raises her arm on the inhale and floats it down towards the ground with the exhale.
Let's take another breath in now. Notice where your shoulders are. Have they risen with your inhale?
Linzy lifts her shoulders, drawing her shoulder blades down her back.
On the exhale, take the time to fully empty your lungs.
Linzy continues to lift her arm on the inhale and float it towards the ground on the exhale.
Can you imagine a deep, rich gold colour as you inhale, gradually filling your lungs? As it leaves your body, imagine its warm colour soothing your muscles as the breath leaves. Now think of a bright yellow. Let's inhale this. And blow this across the room, heat and warmth leaving your body.
Linzy and Alice move their bodies from left to right, blowing their breath out around them.
Let's think of a sharp, vivid pink entering our noses. Now let's speck this across the room. If you wish to add a sound to the exhale, please do so.
Alice and Linzy sing.
Can you choose a colour that you would like to add to our palette? Now let's breathe this in together. and see if you can send it all the way to us.
Linzy and Alice exhale, extending their arms towards the camera. On the inhale, they draw them in towards their bodies.
We will revisit the use of breath throughout the workshop, using it to ground into our bodies and draw attention inwards so we can listen to how our bodies are responding. Now that we've expanded our breath and filled the room and our bodies in imaginative colour, let's prepare the body for feeling the different sensations within our imagination. We'll be using the sensations of raindrops.
Linzy and Alice wiggle their fingertips in the air in front and around them.
Tapping.
Palms facing the camera, they tap the air, as if high-fiving an invisible force.
Squeezing.
They squeeze their hands open and shut in the air.
Pinching.
Using their fingertips, they pinch the air around them in time to the music.
And sweeping.
The pair sweep their arms from above them down to the ground.
You can do this as self-touch on your own skin, or if it feels comfortable, you can work with a partner. We will begin by taking our fingertips and lightly tapping them on a surface of the body.
Alice lightly taps her fingertips on both hands together. Linzy taps her fingertips against her forearms.
Now, as if you can feel rain on your skin, let's run the fingertips all around the body. This can be fairly firm, like spring raindrops.
Starting from their heads, the pair run their fingertips down their necks, along their shoulders and arms, across their torso and back, and down their legs.
How does it feel? How does it make your skin feel? Let's take this action into a tapping sensation, like heavy splashes of rain hitting the body, patting our skin, a deep vibration in our bones.
Alice and Linzy tap themselves with the whole of their hands, across the whole surfaces of their body.
We will now turn this into a squeezing sensation, applying short bursts of pressure around the body, massaging the muscles, a deeper type of touch.
Linzy and Alice knead their muscles like dough, squeezing the different muscle groups.
Once we have squeezed across the whole body, we will take a playful pinching of the skin, bouncing around as if you're quickly picking flowers.
Using index finger and thumb, they playfully and lightly pinch themselves around their bodies in time with the music.
Can you imagine a grasshopper dancing across your skin? Now, using a wider skin surface, we will make sweeping actions, making contact with the larger surfaces of the body.
Linzy holds one arm in the air while sweeping the other hand down the inside of this arm. She sweeps down the side of her body towards the ground, repeating each side.
How does this feel? Is there a sound? What textures do you come across? How much of the body can you come across? Now imagine this is the sensation of air rushing past us. Water running over us. Cool paint pouring over our skin. Finishing off these sweeps, coming to a place of stillness. We would like you to draw your attention to how your skin feels now. What do you notice? What temperature do you feel? If it was emanating a colour, what colour might it be? Let's imagine that this colour is light and shines out from you. It pours out of your skin and fills the room. As it expands into the space, so do we. We make ourselves as big as possible, reaching ourselves into the space, feeling this cool liquid run past our skin.
Linzy stretches her limbs as if taking big yawns with the body in all directions. She moves as if floating in water.
We reach out in all directions, as if we can float on this light. It supports us, holds us as if we were in water. It allows us to find space in the body and to expand outwards.
Alice, seated, stretches up high from her chair, reaching towards the ceiling.
Once we feel we have covered the whole room in this light, we can return again to stillness, feeling the new space we've created in our body. Space for breath, imaginations, and movement. Keeping this focus, let's imagine the last time we were with a loved one. What was it like to be in their company? How did it make you feel? If it could be described in a sound, what would that sound be? Let's all make the sound together now.
They sing.
Thinking more specifically now, we will explore some of the different sensations that can help us communicate what it feels to be held. I want you to take a moment and close your eyes and think about your favourite item of clothing. What texture is it? What does it smell like? How does it make you feel when you wear it? For Linzy, it is her favourite shirt. It's a soft red flannel material. It makes her feel relaxed. It's quite a heavy fabric which hangs off her shoulders and feels calm against her skin. When she thinks of this, the sensation she experiences is warmth in her chest.
Linzy places one hand, then the other on her chest. Sighing out an exhale and pressing the two warm hands into her chest, her body releases. Alice copies.
How does your item of clothing make you feel? Can you recreate the sensation too, using your cushion or your own touch?
Linzy and Alice both take their cushions and using both hands hug them into their chests. They apply a light pressure.
Now, can you remember the last place you were that made you feel happy, supported, or empowered? What does it feel like to be there? What smells, colours, and temperatures are there? What textures can you feel? Take a moment to think about how this feels in your body. For Linzy, her favourite place, where she feels most empowered and most held, is when floating in water. It's cool on her skin, allows her to feel weightless, refreshed, and invigorated. It's fresh like cold lemonade on a hot summer's day. For Linzy, the sensation of being held by water is much like the taste and smell of lemons.
Linzy floats her arms out beside her.
How does this feel in the body?
Leading from her ribcage, she sways from side to side.
For Linzy, it is a sensation on her skin that starts off like light raindrops behind her neck and near her ears, and then turns into full body sweeps, imagining the smell of lemons all around her.
Linzy uses her fingertips lightly touching the skin of her neck before using the palm of her hands in full body sweeps. She moves these actions around her body, outstretching her legs so the sweeps run off of her feet.
Can you take the sensation of lemonade and sprinkle this around different parts of your bodies?
Alice has taken the sensation of lemonade to her shoulders. She repeats the raindrops and sweeping action around her face and down her arms.
What sensation would you choose to describe your favourite place? For me, it is being in nature in the sunshine, the feeling of the warm heat on my skin and yellow sunlight, with a cool breeze that flows around my body. Let's create some heat with our hands.
Linzy and Alice vigorously rub the palms of their hands together.
Now take this heat to your head.
They take their hands to their faces, hovering the palms over their eyes.
Close your eyes and feel the heat. Now slowly peel your fingers apart and gradually take your hands away from your face, letting the sunlight creep in.
They draw their hands away from their bodies.
How does this feel on your skin? Here we have used touch, temperature, taste and smell to explore and communicate how these different sensations make us feel and how they can be shared. Can you find a comfortable place to sit, stand or lay and follow us along on our sensory journey?
Alice relaxes into her chair. Linzy finds a comfortable seated position on the floor, leaning against the wall. Her feet are outstretched towards the camera.
Creating the heat again. This time, let's take it to our collarbones.
Linzy and Alice rub their hands together. They hover their hands over their collarbones.
Do you feel a warm glow in your body? Where do you feel it? Is it deep, bright? Can you imagine it spreading? A prickly heat climbing up the back of your neck or across your shoulder. What does it feel like when we really listen to those sensations? Can we expand this feeling? Imagine what it might look like. Imagine it travelling over your whole body. It lifts you, suspends you in a bright light. You hang in the air. The space that surrounds you holds you. As the heat and light warm your skin, you are cooled by the gentle sound of trickling water. It is fresh on the back of your neck as you slowly float down to the water's surface. Can you feel it?
Alice and Linzy run raindrops over their skin. They do this with one hand while circling the other arm around them in a swinging motion.
You land as it catches you, feeling it gently hug you all around your ribs. It holds you, floats you, allowing for this coolness to awaken your skin. Your muscles relax as you float along under the dappled light of green leaves, lightly blowing in the breeze above you. The smell of lemons drift by on the wind under your nostrils. You take a deep breath in, feeling the warmth of your breath on your upper lip, and the sounds of birds gently singing fills your body with a sensation of spring. What colour is their song?
Linzy and Alice come to stillness, taking in the sounds of birds.
The water draws your attention to the back of the body as you feel its movement gently bobbing you up and down. It brings you slowly to a small sandy bank. The water gently leaves you here. The sand underneath your skin is warm and soft. You feel it slip through your fingers and your toes.
Alice hovers her hands in the air, gently moving her fingers in imaginary sand. Linzy stretches out her legs, wiggling her toes and sliding her fingers into imaginary sand.
As you take a deep inhale, sighing out a colour-filled breath, your favourite item of clothing drifts down from above, delivered by the soft air above us. Can you see it?
Alice and Linzy look upwards, moving their heads as if watching their items of clothing float down from above.
It gently lands softly upon you. You feel the texture of it on your skin. The weight of it embraces you.
Alice and Linzy return their hands to their chest.
Supported by the ground beneath you, your breath flows in and out like the tide, expanding you, lifting you. Your body subtly shifting to the sounds, smells, and textures around you. You are home. Let's all take a deep breath in together and slowly out.
Linzy floats her arm up towards her face on the in-breath and down towards the ground on the breath out.
Taking a moment to reflect on how this journey has made us feel, if you could express it as a sound, movement, or touch, How would you do that? Take a moment to think, do, or share this now.
Linzy comes to her knees and stretches her arms out in opposite directions, scooping up the air and drawing her arms over her body in a hugging action. Alice sweeps her hands together, creating an impulse that stretches her arms high above her head.
How is the rest of your body responding? How might you make this sensation stronger? Could you use your cushion? Is there a texture, smell, or taste that represents this? Once you have decided, share this with the person you are with, or explore it for yourself.
Linzy takes her cushion, making contact with it as she rolls it around her torso. She flies it out and away from her body before hugging it back in. Alice, seated, makes playful squeezing and pinching actions around her body, followed by making big circles of movement with her arms.
What other sensations can you explore that describe how being held makes you feel? To finish this workshop, let's take a minute of play to explore this. You can revisit any of the types of touch or places that we visited, or try something completely new.
Alice, seated, reaches out, expanding her body, feeling the air moving around her. Linzy uses the warmth of her own touch to lean her body into this self-contact. She makes circular and spiralling movements with her arms in response.
We hope you've enjoyed this time as much as we have, and that you have found some new ways of creatively using the senses. We wish for you to carry on with your explorations and hope this workshop has given you some inspiration into creating your own imaginative sensory journeys. To find out more information about BitterSuite, please visit www.bittersuite.org.uk, and you can find us on social media as BitterSuite UK. Keep in touch and please do share with us the creations you have made. On behalf of Linzy and myself, thank you for spending this time with us.
Alice and Linzy wave goodbye.
Sense, connecting sight, sound and life. No one left out of life, no matter what.